Hi guys, I'm Shmi. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, California. And today we are going to go and find a whole lot of hypercars. We're talking car spotting and we're talking the most epic of events. I think, do you want to race down here? We're not going to be going anywhere very quickly. Now, we're going to be heading down because there is a lineup of epic cars here. Then we're going to check out a secret spot where I know we're going to find a few cool cars as well. And then it's onwards to Protective Film Solutions, PFS, because when we get there, it's Supercars at sunset. Now, the event has technically already begun and it's going to take us a few hours to get there. But hey, hopefully it's, oh look, nice SLS Roadster just coming past. And of course, all of this is in my Zenvo TSR-S, which has flown over from the Museum to be here in LA for Monterey Car Week. This is going to be quite a fun evening. Let's set about finding a long old list of Paganis, Koenigseggs, I don't know, Bugattis. We're just going to see, go with the flow. It's going to be epic. I've just realized that SLS is actually from the Netherlands. That is a Dutch plate on the back of that car. Normally, these two would be living not too far away from one another. In fact, between London and anywhere in the Netherlands is actually closer than some places here in California. And we're following that thing, popping the roof down Rodeo Drive towards the Beverly Wilshire, where I believe Sparky is staying with some of his rather unbelievable hypercars. I think the Sabre is there, some of the Paganis. Today is going to be one of those days where there are like 20 or 30 hypercars. That's a nice dawn that you now can't see. You'll have to just believe me, behind this car there was a nice dawn up the other side. This is unfortunately gridlock traffic, but behind me, I believe at the moment, we have Parker, Vehicle Virgins, in his scooped McLaren 600 LT in the traffic jam as we make our way down. It's only something like 40 or 50 miles down to PFS, but I believe it's going to be like a 2-hour drive right now, which is not so much fun. But it's so cool being here with this car, just this far away from home. That's half the fun of it all. G-Wagons galore, Rolls-Royces galore, Teslas absolutely everywhere right now. But yeah, this is hypercar hunting and we've got 3 pretty cool stops today. Welcome to LA. We have the Rolls-Royce Wraith, and then after we've passed the Wraith, we immediately have the Bijan Phantom Drophead outside the Bijan shop. The bright yellow. In the past, you used to see the Bijan Bugatti Veyron at the old shop on the other side of the road. But this is, oh, there's a 488 Spider I think I can see coming as well. I'm sure you can't quite catch that right now. But in traditional Rosso Corsa, as yeah, we don't make very good progress. And this is not really what you want to be doing with a car like this. It wants to be driven. We've been up in the canyons, up to Malibu. It's been mega, but I'm going to save really unleashing this until we're doing fuel run up to Monterey Car Week in a couple of days' time. There goes the 488. Lovely. Tell you what, there's something about having the roof down on a day like today, which I am very, very, very envious of, as the SLS is borrowing the parking space of that KN. It's all sorts of carnage around here. I mean, just look at the other side. There's a G63 coming past, and behind it are 2 Lamborghini Uruses, next to one another. That is very much the name of the game around here. We are finally slightly unleashed at the bottom of Rodeo Drive, where in front of us is the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, which I've stayed at before, and it is very lovely. And we're going to try and just swing through with this around the back where the valet area is, just to go and have a little nosy before we continue the journey. But I'm a little bit worried about the time because this says arrival at nearly 7 o'clock at PFS, and we want to stop once or twice before then. Electric Hummer going by, so let's see, because sunset is at 7:45 tonight, but I don't want to get there after everything has left, so we've got to kind of make the most of it as quickly as we can. I actually stayed here when I was out with the Ford GT. Are we going to be able to go through, or is it going to be complete pandemonium? It is completely blocked, but it's worth it because inside I can see not 1 Pagani but 2. I'm not sure if you can just see up through the middle here the tail lights of the Huayra in the light. With the dust on the screen, pretty impossible. How cool is this? The King Pagani Huayra. In front of that we have the Huayra Roadsters, 2 of them in fact, a trio of Paganis already today. In front of that we have the McLaren Sabre. Look at this lineup. Look at these cars. We've seen some of them in the UK before. We've seen them around the world. as we cruise through. Big Bird is the yellow Huayra Roadster. We squeeze through, look there. One of 15 McLaren Sabres. Front we've got a Wraith. Solar Beam AMG GT. So we just cruise through, causing all sorts of chaos, but enjoying it in the process. Absolute madness. It's so busy, and now I've got to worry about this massive dip with my front splitter. Oh gosh. Where there's a will, there is a way. We're going to have to try and go left. Oh, lift system up. Yeah, don't want to forget that. That would be a very quick, costly mistake. Wow. Well, that was cool. We're technically at like 5 hypercars already today. 3 Paganis, Sabre, my own Zenvo. Poof. We are now joining and following Parker onwards to the next stop, because a little birdie says in an underground garage that's publicly accessible, there's a display of hypers. So we are now following the 600 LT. I've actually driven that car with Parker when I went to stay with him back when I had my Ford GT out here. It's super cool that he still drives his Lantana Purple scooped 600 LT. We have a McLaren 720 Spider. Stop number 2 hasn't worked in the slightest because the parking garage is closed for maintenance where we wanted to go and check it out. But downstairs, you'll just have to take my word for it that there are a couple of very cool cars. For now, it means we're slightly less late than we would have been for PFS. So we'll drive down towards there. Well, it's funny to think that we're in the carpool with the McLaren and the Zenvo, but hey, it's high occupancy vehicles, 2+, and we have 2 people in each car. So this is completely what we are supposed to do today. Now, of course, in the build-up to Car Week, there are a lot of people in town. Like the fact that we're here with this car, the fact that Sparky's over here from the northeast, and the fact that a ton of people who are going to be at this evening's event have also brought their cars over just to be part of everything around Car Week. But this is really like the overload of amazing cars that you have in Los Angeles. Like there aren't many places like this. Monaco, Dubai, London in the summer, and then LA. That's like, those are the places to go when it comes to these kind of cars. And obviously we're just cruising down the 405 at the moment, knowing that at the other end at PFS, Danamai's come out with the Zonda Cinque. I think we've got BC with the Bugattis. We've just got a whole load of epic cars waiting for us. So I am quite excited about this. We are, yeah, not too far away, 25 minutes or so, and then it's gonna be fun times at PFS. There's a Heritage Ford GT that just flew up there, which I didn't see coming. But how random was that? An original first livery, first year Heritage Ford GT that went over the flyover, which might be going where we're going and might not. I don't even know right now. Well, at least now we know where the GT was going. Same place as us, just by a different route. So I think, I mean, you can see lots of people up here. We're going to be arriving up at PFS in just a second. Now, this is where we're going to see a lot of cars that you can check out on Exclusive Car Registry, including this. And I'm super excited for how many cars from ECR we're going to see during the whole of this car week, the whole of this period in the US. Through we go. Awesome. How's it going? Thank you very much.
There he is.
Hey, so we've arrived. It's quite chaotic here. Now we're a little bit stuck. But if you guys are here, you need to sign up for ECR and mark that you've seen this car and many others, because that's what it's all about. So what are we cruising through? Hey, oh, I don't even know where we're getting taken, but Logan from PFS is kind of guiding us through, which is quite funny as we make our way past the 6x6. I remember 2 6x6s. I remember seeing one of them last year at Car Week, the white one for sure. It's a Brabus 6x6. Oh look, we've got the Lambo lineup.
You're the best.
Thank you. We've got the SVs. Oh, we've got all of the Lambos, SVs. Diablo just there. Oh, it's bright. It's blinding. It's blinding. I can't see anything. Where are we going through?
That's my first time seeing. How's it going, Smee?
Hey, God, this is busy. I mean, I knew it was going to be busy, but this is, oh look, there's a Valkyrie. Through the people, I can barely see it, but the Aston Martin Valkyrie is there.
Hi guys,
Hey, That's pretty loud. I guess we better jump out. Oh my goodness. I can't believe the timing. The Valkyrie is rolling out. This is cool. This is very cool. And I'm just standing in the middle of the road as he squeezes through the crowds, which is ludicrous. Gullwing doors up, which is unbelievably cool. This is part of the same collection actually as the Gunther Works and Novitec 812 that you might have seen at the museum last year. This thing is just mad. Totally mad. Super cool. If this is going to be revved, we don't want to stand so close to it. Look at that. It's tiny. The Valkyrie is absolutely tiny. If that revs, we'd all be deafened right now. Also with a UK plate. GBG is Guernsey, which is quite cool. This was actually delivered not too far from me. Look at the aero. That is how you shut down a car event, with a crowd of people like this. And I'm just running around. Kind of have permission to. They've been nice. This is mad. Yeah, we've got to get the right shots, hey? When you have a dip in the curb like this, and you have this many people watching and following and chasing. Headsets on, of course, because inside there the gearbox wine is nuts. Look at the view as well, the dash and the cameras. It's crazy. Doors down to brave the crowd. I'm going to run past, I'm going to run out. This is chaos. Look at this. This is completely shut down this event. This is absolutely shut down the event. Everybody is here for the Valkyrie. I'm glad we got here just in time. Literally just in time. It's minuscule. When you just see it crawling through the crowd like this, I'm just gonna say farewell to it there. Like somewhere in there is an Aston Martin Valkyrie. Look who it is! How you doing? Josh from Bowden Auto House. This thing is rad. I've driven this car before, in fact. Looks amazing, and it's apparently... Oh, that was loud. That was really loud. GT Army, the pair together. This is, that's really very, very loud, but we've found the Koenigsegg alley. In fact, with everybody chasing the Carrera GTs, we're going to come through here because we've got the Agera RSs, we've got Dan's Zonda Cinque. Wow. Then we've got the Imola behind. I actually filmed this Imola before, which is really quite cool. If I squeeze past, Regera, another Carrera GT, it continues. Look at that, 1 of 5 of the Pagani Imolas, behind 1 of 5 of the Zonda Cinques. The green Zonda Cinque, absolutely exceptional. And the sound in the background. We haven't even been inside yet, and this is just crazy beyond crazy. So the Imola is rolling out now, full carbon with all the accents and details, of course, Wyra based. This was really the start of Pagani's Grandi Complicazioni, making cars that are bespoke to customers' requests, very limited number, few off bespoke machines. Well, we ventured inside, and this is pretty mega. Valhalla, Agera RS, I've actually driven that not too long ago. Then we have a line of Bugattis. This is mega. Hey, this is really cool, really cool. Thank you so much. Pur Sport here, full carbon, blue accents. Veyron, Zonda Tricolore in the middle. Zonda Revo. I think it's going to be time to fire this up. Actually joined Cargroms faster for the delivery of this car at the end of last year. Oh, we've got a Countach over there. I actually want to sneak through this way. Senna GTR, full carbon Senna, another Senna, and that Countach is extraordinary. Look at that. Love that. Throwback retro colour scheme. Very much in keeping with the original Countach. That's nice. The metallic bronze. It's all a bit chaotic in here, but I don't really know which way we're going and what we're doing. But probably in a second, it's going to be startup time of this. It's going to be loud. Logan's doing the honours. You're in charge. You're in charge of deafening us all. Right, everybody back. Start of the Revolucion. That sounds angry. Really loud. Cargroms, guys. Picked this up last year. Mad thing. I mean, just listen to it here. Well, this is basically warm. Everybody's about to get absolutely deafened. That's ready. That is a sound. Over 7 litres of Zonda Revolucion V12. Alright, back over this way. Well, you can hear it still in the background. Sian Roadster, one of 19. Have seen that car before. Lineup of LFAs. This is pure heaven. I think you guys know how much I love the Lexus LFA. Look at this. Look at this. The skittles of LFAs. Yellow CGT, 918 over there. New GT3RS. We've got the orange, the yellow, the red, the white, and the black. That yellow CGT is a lovely, lovely thing. I'm going to squeeze through over this side. We've got Porsches aplenty, GT3RSs, GT2RSs. What else do we have? The 918, quite an unusual Martini livery on that, next to the 992 GT3RS, which of course is one I'm itching to get to drive at some point. Let's just take a very quick look at this. Sian Roadster. Look at the paint fade from that metallic teal blue at the front through to the exposed dark green carbon fiber that it has around the back. One of 19, as I said. There are 63 of the Sian coupes and only 19 of the Roadsters, this being the ultra special version of the Few Off series. And in fact, something inside is definitely revving right now. Just noise after noise after noise. In fact, look at this. There's even a Sterato over this side. GT3RSs, McLarens, got the 765, the Artura, more Lambos, another Sterato just up here. Urus Performante, 765 Spider. I mean, tons and tons of cool cars around. Hey, that's a livery that's in some ways very similar to what we have on the Ford GT back at home on that Lambo Huracan. I feel like every room that I walk into is another array of unbelievable cars. We've got a Pagani Huayra Roadster next to another Pagani Huayra Roadster, unusual with the blue carbon over the nose, surrounded by the silver carbon that it has around it. Then we've got a pair of BCs, this car just here, and then you might recognize this one, the MV BC, the Huayra BC Machina Volante, which was formerly owned by Triple F Collection. I actually drove it with them in Ohio, and it's now belonging to Cargroms, to Faster, as per the Zonda Revolucion that we have all been deafened by. And then we also happen to have the SSC Tuatara just here. Of course, I think you all know the backstory with that, but cool to see it here at the event. Obviously capable of some immense speeds, massive performance, and actually looking really quite nice in this slightly blue tinted silver paint with little red accents around it. All the details to take in on this. STO is out, loads of ground clearance, lift up at the moment as well from going over the dip. Okay, so, oh yes, the digital California plates. Anyway, well that goes that way. I'm going this way. I've clearly just missed it revving because this is a friend's SV Roadster. The paint on this is unbelievable. It's iridescent, as you can see, and in the light right now, look at that. Mega, 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 mega SV Roadster in the light blue. This is really cool. What an unbelievable event. Absolute carnage with everything around. We've arrived basically at the end, but with just enough time, arguably, to see and hear everything going on. It feels like Easter. We've got some eggs on the run. Koenigseggs. Definitely a Lambo making some noise there. I do think the older eggs look amazing. Look at that. Regera behind. This has been absolute hypercar madness. I knew it was, but I don't think even I expected how crazy it would end up being. STO. I mean, that was probably a stock STO. They just sound amazing. I don't even know, actually. They're so loud from the factory. All the cars crawl on out, making their way onwards from here. I like the blue carbon on this. Obviously, the wing tucked into the bodywork on the rear deck on the Regera. Wow, wow, what a thing. And then we've got Parker's 600LT tucked in here. Lovely car. We've got the Ford GT up next. This is the car we saw obviously on the way here. The original heritage livery, the black with the silver stripes, the bronze wheels, mimicking the livery of the winner back in 1966. These are the coolest of the heritage editions, in my opinion, of all of them. We have a bit of a mass exodus of Lexus LFAs at the moment. The cars all moving out together. Gosh, the sounds of these, when you do hear them rev, not the loudest cars in the world, but such a nice sound from them. The V10s and the way they rev. It's the LFA, I guess you can't really call it a hypercar, it's more a supercar, but very, very special and very valuable supercar at that. Listen to that. Hear the wheel of the sound. Audio and acoustics tuned by Yamaha. And they quickly disappear from sight. Hey, how's it going? It's the Caterham rolls next. This thing is loud, and this thing is very fast. Parker's 600 LT. Oh, this has been crazy. This is absolutely crazy, and I can't believe, actually, this is fun. My Zenvo is sandwiched between two Ford GTs right now. Parker heads out with that. The crowd is still never going to settle. Absolute madness. Then we all stop what we're doing because Paganis are coming through. First up, we have the BC. I'm not sure where things are going right now, but we're rolling with it. MVBC, followed by 3 manpower of the Zonda Revolucion. They're rolling round. Even though the car isn't even driving, there's a swarm of people following it. Somewhere in there is a Zonda Revolution behind all the people. I don't know what's going on or why, but we go with the flow. That's the kind of car I would normally run after. Carrera GTs. That's a one-day car. That's a one-day car. Just prices went through the roof. They have actually settled down significantly recently. Back almost to where they were not that long ago, but hey, still a little extreme compared to what they were 10 years ago. I remember them at the beginning. Well, it is now a little bit less busy inside. We can actually take in the cars that are here. Dynamized Zonda Tricolore. I have always had a soft spot for this. The blue carbon, the gold wheels, that's going out for a photo shoot with the Revo and the BC. And then of course, the different bugs that are here. 16.4, original coupe, the Pure Sport, and another 16.4. Pretty spectacular. Triple centers, Countach. What an unbelievable lineup of cars today. More of the cars have now been brought inside. We are getting towards the end of the day. I have no idea how many hypercars we've seen today. I don't even begin to estimate. I couldn't tell you if it's more or less than 40, 50. I don't know. Maybe you guys need to rewind back and somebody do a count of how many it's actually been. But this has been out of this world. From starting in Beverly Hills earlier to coming down to PFS for all of this today, the chaos of cars, meeting so many of you guys. I clearly need to go through my ECR profile and update the cars that I've now seen out here so far, and I think that's going to be the theme of this trip. It's such a cool platform to learn about each of these. You know, if you want to see the 60 Chiron Pure Sports and find out more about them, one of them is obviously right here, the Hyper NFT car. In fact, I think some of the cars that are around, like the Valhalla, and probably the others are from Hyper NFT as well, who I've also visited with Dean and the team at Carnage. They're all on there. You know, even things like the SVs, exclusive, limited edition, very special cars. And you can find out, for example, what the name of the color of that particular one is, if you want to, if you're that way inclined. But today, mega. Big thanks to PFS, big thanks to Parker, Vehicle Virgins as well. We went out for a drive, that's over on his channel in my car, in the canyons in Malibu. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much to you guys as always. Your support is hugely appreciated. We're only on technically day 1 of the tour, pre-car week, and we've got some big things planned. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.